saw was headlights sliding
So
by.
I guess we don't have to worry too much about Trucker except him running into us, eh?
I don't.
Yep, as long as I'm in game chat. If I'm commentating, I'll do it in my private party chat. Hey Z, FYI, the OP does state that it's a 10-minute qualifier. Yeah. Good evening, spectators. We are racing live at Le Mans. Actually, I'm in a bedroom in Aurora, Ohio, but that's the track we're using this week. These boys are actually about to restart qualifying because of a room glitch. So we're going to get that underway just here in a minute. I believe that Jackson's going to start a new room. I'll get an invite, and we'll get right back to it. So, we'll have a 10-minute qualifier, a 45-minute race, and then another 45-minute race utilizing a reverse grid manual start. We are racing in Project Cars on a PlayStation 4, obviously. Well, I guess if you're viewing on YouTube and you're not part of SNAIL, that may not be so obvious, but that's the scenario. And there's my invite. All right. A few more guys jump in the room here, and I'm sure they will get rolling off here any minute. Like I said, we're a little bit behind schedule tonight because they decided to restart qualifying due to a game glitch. I mean, we are playing Project Cars, so you know. So, let me see. See if I can get you some good information here for those watching. All right, so it looks like at the moment, after round 4, Joe W. is actually in the lead in points for this season, but he is not racing tonight. And I think this might be his second race, not race this season. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have the whole season details in front of me. But I'm guessing with only one drop, he will drop down that order for it pretty quickly. But taking him out of the equation, it is Hazard in the points lead with 145, followed by Vovic with 141, and Sketty rounding out the podium at 133. And then it's Arrow and Lobin. Amazing how it's always those two together. Jeez. Then Alex O'Neill, Z, Mr. Mang, Old Bear, User, Cheesecracker, Jackson, Racer, Harley, Bisfit, and Matt and Jay Diesel rounding out for the season. Let me see if these boys are about to get started here real quick. You guys about ready? You guys about ready?
Alright, good luck, guys. Get going. Got field right behind you now. You're clear.
And just FYI to viewers, if you see the blue screen pop up momentarily from here and there, it's because I'm changing between audio feeds, and the PS4 stops the video live stream when I bring that up. So that's why you'll see that from time to time. As I need to communicate with the field, I am live streaming the race. I'm not driving, and also acting as a live steward. So sometimes I have to communicate with those guys directly. So, and they're off. Here we go. 10-minute qualifier. Let me finagle this so I can monitor. Alright. Let's watch some lapping. Who do we want to watch? Who do we want to see first? How about our fearless leader? So, coming into this race, Z is in 8th place in points. He is 10 points behind Alex O'Neill, and he's got a 5-point lead on Tom Mang for the season. Busy, busy, busy. Down the back straight. Nice to see guys staying out of the way when they're off the pace. Thank you, gentlemen. Like a little bit of an off there from somebody behind Z. I'm not really sure who that was. And unfortunately, Project Cars is a little bit goofy to navigate, try and follow. So I'm do the best that I can here. Looks like, well, nobody's really completed a lap yet, but so that position is kind of irrelevant at the moment. But once everybody gets a good lap in, we'll have an idea what the order looks like just by kind of scrolling through. I don't know that this screen is actually accurate. Well, it's got me down 12, so I guess that will... Well, laps will be up on the screen, so that's cool. Well, Lovic, what's he got? Into Indianapolis. A little wide there. It's alright. Has anybody put in a lap yet? Not yet. So, as mentioned before, Tom Mang is currently 9th in points with 95 total for the season. He leads Old Bear by 7. And actually that's unfortunate for Bear. I believe he got an 8-point penalty last weekend, so that cost him a spot in the standings for the moment. Let's see if he can have a solid race. Actually, I take it back. Is Bear racing with us tonight? I do not see him. What's Trucker got? So there's definitely going to be some shuffling with a few people not here tonight. We have a full lobby, however. 15 drivers. I take up one of those spots. One of the 16 lobby spots. So we only have 15 drivers on track. Oh, Trucker off at turn 2, I think it was. Being patient, coming back on track. Thank you, Trucker. See if he can get back to it and get a lap in here before the time runs out. He's only got 4 minutes. That's going to be tight. The front runners are running a tad below 2-minute laps, I believe. Or, I'm sorry. 2-minute laps. Yeah, if you 2-minute lap around the mall, okay. 4-minute lap. So, if he has not put a lap in yet, he will not get one. Or at least not a clean one, that is, unfortunately. And, unfortunately, this screen is not giving me any good data. What if I back out? What do I get? Nothing. That's a bummer. And P-Car's dash isn't going to give me a whole lot either. Pretty much seeing the same sector times as this screen's giving me. Nonetheless, alright, so back to some action. How about Sketty? It's dark out now. We have an accelerated time. So I think the race will go day to night, back to day again, simulating the 24 in 45 minutes. So when it changes, it does happen pretty quickly. It is quite the transition, and certainly does challenge a sim driver to adapt very, very quickly. Getting Crown into the last couple turns. Trying to be smooth here, straighten out that line out as much as possible. 4 minute 3:93. And it looks like that's the only time that my P-Cars dash is actually giving me. That puts him on the provisional pole with Z a few seconds behind. Arrow a couple seconds behind that at a 4:07. There's Old Bear. He is here tonight. Everybody's rolling through here. Pretty much took Hazard up at a 3:57 on the provisional pole. That's about where I saw him yesterday or 2 nights ago in practice. Somewhere in that 57-58 range. I would imagine that's a pretty decent lap. Volvic up there with a 4:03. Yeah, you know, with a 10-minute qualifier and a 4-minute lap, if you have a major off, you got to spend some time in a kitty litter anywhere in that outlap, you're going to struggle to get that lap in. So we got 15 drivers, and it looks like we only have 7 that are going to get a clean lap in. Just a few seconds up in the session, and that'll be it. Here. Hazard on the pole. Sketty P2, Volvic, Z, Loban, Arrow, Bear, Fit, Jackson, Mang. Racer, Trucker, User, Flip. And I think that was Cheese at the end. A 5-minute warm-up. I don't know if we actually utilize this or not. Pardon me, I'm not super familiar. It's been a while since I've raced in this series. Let me switch over real quick and see if Z's got anything for me. Do you guys utilize this warm-up, or do you actually run the 5-minute warm-up, or is it just an opportunity for guys to kind of make last-minute adjustments or anything like that? Okay. Cool. Okay. Cool deal. Thank you. Alrighty, so these boys are going to take a, well, 3-minute break essentially at this point. Just last-minute adjustments. Probably hit the urinal real quick before getting on with the show. But we got a 45-minute race ahead of us. So it's going to be exciting, I do believe. See how much of a battle Volvic and Sketty have for Hazard up at the front. That's going to be interesting. Hazard has typically been very competitive in this series from what I've seen racing against him. Definitely faster than I am, yours truly, with the good old-fashioned, yeah, one of these things. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You know, it's a long race. A lot can happen. And I'll be watching. FYI, if there is anybody who did not get a lap in and is behind me, please be careful. Me is Lesson, who is not racing. I need to back out of the race as soon as possible, but if somebody's starting behind me because they did not get laps in, there's only so much I can do about that. Alrighty, and we are green. Sketty in second. Hazard's got the lead already from the pole. Followed by Z, Volvic, and Arrow, with Fit right behind him in sixth. We got some racing going on, boys. Look at this stretch here. Woo! Loban Mike trying to run down Arrow. Let's see if we can gain some time into this entry. He's there in the center. Oh yeah. Let's see what we got up front. Looks like Hazard's running off already. Let's see what these P2 and 3 guys got. Z and Sketty. Oh! That's a bummer, but you know, better the wall than another competitor. So kudos to Z for making the right decision there. That's taking one for the team, guys. You know, that's what we do in SNAIL. Third to 13th. That's a rough lap 1. Hopefully he doesn't have too much damage on his car. User off the pace coming into coming into turn 19 there before the hairpin. I wonder if he has some damage. Well, 45-minute race, a lot can happen. You know, if I'm him, you gotta get back to that pitch. You gotta get the car fixed. You gotta get back out there and give it what you got. I guarantee half the people in this field will have issues at some point. Be the guy that doesn't do it again. You know, that's racing. Let's see what we got up at the front. Sketty and Volvic. Sketty's not letting Hazard run away too far. We may have a nice battle here at some point, so we'll keep an eye on that. Lobin and Arrow again. These two. Look at that. I mean, you could barely fit a sheep between the two of them. And that would be a rarity, because I would imagine more often than not there is a sheep between the two of them. Nice, clean through those turns. This is going to be a good battle right here. Looks like Arrow got a nice run out of that corner there. He's really stretched it out there a bit. Quite a bit, actually. See if Logan can rein him back in again. This looks to be about the closest battle on the track at the moment. Probably some closer ones back there in the turn 12 chicane. And the nighttime is already here. Get that pop up out of your way so we can watch here. So in lap 2, We're seeing some pretty close lap times. Arrow put on a 4:14.6, just ahead of Loban's 4:14.9. That really showcases how close they are at the very moment. I think Loban's definitely has some pace on him, but it's just going to be a matter of finding out where he can get the overlap. This is going to be really touch and go right here. Oh! Ew, that's a hard hit. Holy cow. I don't know what happened to Arrow there, but it just totally got away from him. I guarantee there's significant damage to that car. I would imagine. It would be hard to believe that he wouldn't have to stop in the pits for some work. We do run full damage in the pits series, so you take a major lick like that, your car's not going to drive straight. Fortunately, the repairs do happen relatively quickly in the game, but nonetheless, that was for 4th spot. So Loban doing what he does, taking the fight right to the back bumper, put a lot of pressure on, really put Arrow on edge there, and I think he just made a mistake and just lost the handle on the car, unfortunately. But he is clear in the 4th position at the moment. It is a good, what do we got? Come on now. Seven seconds to Arrow. And it doesn't look like Arrow's losing a whole lot of time, actually. It looks like they're still about on par. I mean, I know it looked like he gained a little bit of time right there, but there's some technical corners, and you'll tend to see that as you get into the corner and the car creeps up on you, and then it stretches out a little bit as you get onto the next straight. So maybe Arrow got lucky and he didn't take too much of a hard corner hit. But I think Volvic is definitely stretching it out a little bit on Loban at the moment. It went from about a 10-second gap to now almost a 14-second gap in just a handful of turns. Let's see what these other guys are doing. How about Jackson? Looks like just minding his P's and Q's. Running some laps. Last lap was a 4:15. Which puts him pretty much right where he's at position-wise and speed-wise against the competition. See, seen 4:11, 4:16s, 4:14s from other guys. Hazard just ran a 3:59.0. Heading into this race, Jackson sitting in 13th position in points with 70. Cheese is ahead of him, and I believe I saw that he got disconnected, which is really unfortunate. Next up would be User at 87 points with a 17 points ahead of Jackson, but we saw him off track a little bit ago. Let's see if we can find out where he's at. Is he still running? Yes, he is. He is 2 positions behind. Last lap ran a 4:11, and that was his fastest of the race thus far. Looks like a little bit of problem there. It's Old Bear with a little bit of trouble heading toward Indianapolis. He gets back going again with, oh no, a little bit of trouble there behind him. Was that Flip or was that Bisfit? I'm not really sure which one it was. I know there are at least a couple guys that will be happy to see the series move on from the McLaren. I actually like that car personally. Not much of a tuner, I am not, but I tend to like mid-engine cars anyway. So that's just your commentator just BSing for a second. But I like the car. I think it's fun to drive. I like the way it generally reacts. Let's see if Flip can close this up a little bit. Following Bear and coming up on him pretty quickly, it seems. Let's see where he right here. Will he make it? Can he make it stick? Ooh, not quite. Good attempt though. Good clean defensive by Bear that corner. That was nice. Looks like Bear let him by there, possibly. You know, sometimes in these long races, especially in a situation like this when it's dark, if you're not 100% confident that you can hold a guy off and keep the car on track, you know, in the long run, it might be better to just let a guy go. You know, it's all about picking and choosing your battles. You're not always going to be able to win them all, and sometimes you just gotta kind of back off for a little bit and let the race play out. You never really know what's going to happen. Better to keep lapping consistently than putting yourself on the wall trying to defend a position you may not have any business trying to defend in the first place. Bears run a 4:16. Flip's only run a 4:19. Maybe he's got some damage that he's struggling with. That's certainly a possibility. Or maybe Flip's just come into his own, you know? I don't know. Feels spread out a little bit. Looks like we got a little bit of a battle back here. We have Bisfit off in the 12, 13, 14 complex. These cars are fairly close though, for such a large track. Let's cycle up toward the top. It is still Sketty and Hazard, and it's a 3.2 second gap there. So I think it's probably a little bit larger than it was about 2 laps in. We're now on lap 5, but Hazard definitely not running away with it. So there still may be a good battle here. You know. It wouldn't take but one mistake, one little slip up, for Sketty to be right there on his bumper. And that is not the slip up that Sketty was hoping for. And that's going to bring Volvic real close in for a P2 battle. Under 4-second gap. Volvic's run a 401, Sketty's run a 4 flat. Sketty may have better average overall pace. So we'll see if he can stretch that back out a little bit and keep that pretty safe. Lobin with a spin. Here's a battle. You have Z and User for the 8th spot. They were real close the last coming into the Mulsanne stretch. Lobin a little wide on the entry. That was clearly and out of bounds. Coming into this race, Lobin with 111 points, besting Alex SNAIL by a single point. So that is going to definitely change, because we do not have a Mr. Alex O'Neill tonight. I did not see him last. Oh, Flip got disconnected. Boo. I think that's 2 disconnects this race. That's a bummer. I hate to see stuff like that. Lobin in for a pit stop. We got a couple other guys here too. We got Racer in for a pit. And looks like this place is going to get busy. Mang's in. Z's in. Oh, that's me. So, we are almost halfway through this race. Well, we're pretty much about halfway through it. We're about 22 minutes from the end of this race, as you can see on the top right of the screen. The running order is Hazard, Sketty, Vovic in third, Jackson running in the fourth position, user ID, Lobin, Racer 420, Old Bear, Arrow back in ninth, Tom Mang, Z, Trucker, and Bisfit rounding out the field. And looks like we have a little bit of an off here. Trucker in the pits. I need to watch this line coming into this corner. Coming out of 19 is definitely a place where it's easy to go out of bounds because you want to carry so much speed coming through this dog leg. And he did it again. Lobin Mike, out of bounds warning, exit turn 19. Lobin Mike, out of bounds warning, exit turn 19. All right, moving on. Let's see where the battles are. So we have Z here. Come on, wrong view. That's what's going on here. How did I get there? Okay, anywho. So we have Lobin Mike on Jackson for the fourth spot. He's gonna go by pretty easily. I think Jackson just let him on by, did not want to try to fight that battle. Lobin is definitely has a significant pace on Jackson here. So that was a smart move. That was a smart move. You know, you race who you can race. Like we have a battle here. Pretty close. Mang on Jackson. Jackson trying to get out of the way. Just trying to find the right time to do it smart so he doesn't mess anybody up. You can easily screw somebody's race by trying to be helpful and not doing it appropriately. But that worked out in the end, so that's okay. Looks like Z is coming up on Jackson here. And that'll be for the 9th position. Hazard still leading the field, followed by Vovic and Sketty. Loeb and Mike in 4th. Looks like I think it's a matter of time here before Z gets by Jackson. He's pacing himself. See how this transaction goes down. Definitely gotta get a run out of here. That's gonna hurt your forward bite. So that is Tom Main just in front of Jackson. So he's got a couple positions here to take, I should say, in pretty quick succession if he can make this happen real quick. Oh, couldn't do it there. Oh, come on. What the hell? Stupid game. Trying to find a way around. This is the pupil taking the boss's advice. Don't be so easy on everybody. He's gonna make Z work for it. I like it. He's got some overlap here. Coming to 1. He should be able to get around here cleanly. Nice driving there, Jackson. Alright, next on the list. OMG Mang. Big run there, but nothing doing. Woo! Here we go. Who's got brakes? Got brakes? He's got gear. And clean path successful. Arrow lights the next driver up the road. About 2 seconds or so. Why does it do that all the time? Keep switching my switching a driver. Actually, just keep switching to Loban every time I want to change my view. So that's dumb. Did it again. Okay, there's definitely some kind of a glitch in the pattern. Because it shows that I'm on Z, but I'm not. Alright, Arrow is... Okay, I'm sorry, he's 11 seconds up the road. Pretty big gap. Still Hazard, Vovik, and Sketty running up front. User has taken over the 4th place from Loban Mike. I think Loban had a long lap, maybe a lap or two ago. And we have reached dawn here in France. And did it again. Who's battling? Way back here, we have... No, I don't want it. That could be lap down, that could be why. Hazard up front with an 11-second gap to Vovik in 2nd place. 12 seconds now. I wonder how reliable that fuel warning is. Nine minutes left in this race, so that's a solid 2 laps. Has Hazard pit yet? I don't know. I did not see it. Or maybe I didn't, I don't remember. But if he has to pit, and Vovik doesn't, he will lose this race. And looks like we just had a disconnect, unfortunately. Is that fist fed? I don't see Vovik on my... Oh, this stupid thing. Driving me crazy. Oh, he's right there still. My P-car's dash is being goofy. He's still running in the 3rd position with the best lap of just about 4 minutes flat. It's a competitive lap time, and it's unfortunate he had that off because I think he was solidly 2nd and could possibly challenge for the win in this race, or at least put enough pressure to not make it so easy for Hazard to take it. But as the case is, Hazard has a 13-second lead over 2nd position, which is not Sketty, unfortunately for him, and that little slip up earlier in the race. But a pretty good recovery so far with 7 minutes left. It's been pretty solid and consistent ever since that I've seen. Still running good laps. User on the 4th spot with the best lap of 4:11. Just ran a 4:13 last time by. Coming here to the last sequence. And in for a pit stop. Stretching it as far as they could. Let's see where he's going to come out, because I don't think he's going to keep 4th. Because here goes Lobin for the 4th spot. And User's just getting in there now. And there goes Racer for the 5th spot, so that's 2. And there's User leaving his pits now. And he will probably hold 6th position. I don't think Z's going to be able to challenge him. Maybe too far back. User's already out. Let's see if he can chase him down, though. Z's 408. I'm sorry. Yeah, Z's 408, the User's 411, so he definitely has a couple seconds average pace on him. But he's only gonna have about 2 laps. Oh, he had to lift there to keep the car under control. That's definitely gonna hurt. Z still trying to track down User. Looks like he may have made some progress, but I don't think he's going to be able to catch him in only 3.5 minutes. But Racer and Lobin are going to have a battle here. This is pretty close. Just barely a second. Lobin showing a little bit of damage on the nose there. I'm guessing that was from his 5-minute or so lap that he had in the middle of the race. But nonetheless, been pretty solid. Still sitting in 4th, I believe. Yes, 4th if he can hang on. But Racer's not going to make it easy on him. Lobin not afraid to use those curbs through those fast sections. He must have his car set up to be able to take that aggressive line. I've noticed that quite a bit actually through this race. He's really the only driver taking some of these curbs so hard where it kind of knocks the car over. Almost like a V8 supercar style drive. Nice lines through there, guys. Yeah, these two are pretty close on pace. At least their fast laps are. Racer beat him by 2 seconds that lap. This will be the last one. With a minute and a half left to go, this will be your last lap, gentlemen. And Loban's not going to slouch around here. He's not going to lose his position. Looks like we have a local caution in one. Nobody really around, shouldn't be that big of a deal. This looks to be the closest positional race on the track for the end of the race here. Racer going a bit wide coming out of there, it looked. Don't think that really helped him much. Anyways. Into 15. Second chicane along the Mulsanne Straight. Nice. Smooth is fast, boys. Loban keeps it nice and tidy on the entrance to 20. Just to keep everybody in the loop. Running order: Hazard, Vovik, Sketty. This battle right here, Loban and Racer. Z in 6th, followed by Arrow, Tom Mang User, Old Bear 10th, Jackson 11th, McTrucker 12th, and everybody else who started the race, I believe, has disconnected. This is the closest battle on the race for position. It's far less than a second. I'm guessing that's probably about... Ooh, jeez, that's 2/10 probably. Oh, he really went for all of it right there. Oh, man. You can't deny the effort, though, I tell you. He went for it. He needed to gain some time, and he felt like that was the place to do it. But he will take 5th, Racer will. Loban kept it real tidy that last lap. Just ran a good pace and will bring home 4th place in race number 1. I didn't actually see the finish, but Hazard level 4 takes your win. Followed by Volvic 05. Sketty will round out the podium in 3rd place. Loban Mike, hard fought battle for 4th, followed by Racer Z, Arrow, Mang User, Bear, Jackson, and Trucker. And I think a couple of those guys are still running their laps, so I probably shouldn't call it out quite so soon, but I don't think anybody was that close. So unless they have a major issue, there shouldn't be any change in that order. So in the race, Hazard with a best lap of 3:59.0. But the podium guys right around the 4-minute mark. Real close between Logan and Racer as far as pace is concerned. Right around the mid 409s, high 409s. Z can put down a good lap. He just had some troubles there, unfortunately. He's going to have to settle for 6th today in race 1. So just a couple more minutes here. I believe they are going to run a 10-minute break or so, and then we will regrid and have a reverse grid start based on this finishing order. So you'll see a trucker on the pole with Jackson beside, and Hazard level 4 all the way in the back. So we should see a lot of overtaking here in the first couple laps. I'm sure that these boys have put down a nice clean show for you, those that are watching. I thank you for stopping by and checking out the broadcast. I'm going to switch my audio here just for a second and see how these boys are doing.
We'll go into the 5-minute warm.
Oh, good. I guess I should take a picture of that. Oh, shit. Alright, got it. It's the dog leg right before the hairpin at the end of the Mulsanne Straight. Yeah, there's a real dark band of tire marbles and whatnot through that area. They carry a lot of speed in through there. You know, it can be hard to. Yeah. No. I mean, it was the second time that I saw you do that in that particular corner. So that's kind of the procedure. It's yeah. You'll see it on the map there. It's just a heads up. But if you know, yeah, and like we talked about on the thread, like there's nothing going on for today. It's just we're just testing the waters with this. So. Alright, gentlemen, anybody who's still following along, we'll probably have about 5 or 10 minutes here. A little intermission for these boys, kind of loosen up the arms a bit. and then we'll get back into race number 2 for the evening. So I'm going to be quiet here for a couple minutes. You'll see the action on screen. The stream will continue to be live. So we'll be back in a minute. Thanks for watching. What's that, Z? Oh. Where do you want it called at, or what area? Just after the final chicanes? Oh, okay. So you want to run... So, between the two chicanes and the Mulsanne Straight, that's where you want to restart? Okay. So the formation lap is literally going to be like half a lap, which is fine. I mean, it's freaking huge, right? Okay. Yeah, totally makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Work. Oh, that's right. He's working like nights because his current job has him. Ah, okay.
Somebody started this lobby, that's why I'm confused.
Alrighty. So, we're gonna get started here in just a second. We're gonna have a new lobby, make sure everything's clean, and once we get over that, then we will we will get back to racing.
Kind of slid the car against the wall.
Discode, we're missing him. I don't remember who else we're missing. Flip. Everybody yeah, so as soon as Winston says go, then I get to go. How fast do you guys want me to leave the lap? 60. Okay. And you'll be on, well, I guess it doesn't matter what side you're on, really, now. Starting on that straight.
How do you do that, Z? Do you let the pole sitter choose which lane, or is it always inside, or? Okay. I will go through it.
On this track, the game defaults pull onto the outside. But we're going to do it with the good
All right, you guys want to hear this order? Let's do it. Okay. I'll go number, or I'll go name and then position. McTrucker 1, Jackson 2, Bear 3, User 4, Mang 5, Arrow 6, Z 7, Racer 8, Lobin 9, Sketty 10, Volvic 11, Hazard 12. Yep. Is Cheese the only one here that wasn't on the finishing order in the last race? Okay.
Right before he disconnected, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No, Fit won't be back. The game keeps glitching on him.
It's probably internet. Is he wireless or hardline?
So everybody knows their starting position with that adjustment. All right, so I have to. So it would be Cheese on pole then, with McTrucker second, Jackson third, Bear fourth, User fifth, Mang sixth, Arrow seventh, Z eighth, Racer ninth, Lobin 10th, Sketty 11th, Volvic 12th, Hazard 13th. Cheese, is your mic muted? Or
He's taking a shit, one or two. There it is.
Speedless water.
holy shit, it's 10:45. Cheese.
That's true.
What a loser. This will be an interesting start. Jackson's about to be like, I told you so. Wah, 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 wah. Good question. Um, and just so there's nothing unexpected, the call for the restart will be green, green, green. Yes, yes. 60 miles an hour. Yes, back it down a little bit. We need to be, you guys need to be darn near double file exiting this chicane. Yes. Whatever. I mean... Alright, let's tighten it up. Tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up. Green, green, green! Alrighty, we have a restart for race number 2. This is a reverse grid start, so all the front runners start at the back of the pack here, and the guys that finished toward the back of race number 1 started at the front. So this is going to get pretty interesting pretty quickly. The first chicane was a little bit hairy, but there was so much going on, it's really hard to see. Probably just more self-inflicted offs than anything. But it looks like for the most part everybody's there together. Lots of headlights coming down into turn 23 there. Sorry, that's actually 28. There's one off there. So we got Volvic in the 7th position. We have Jackson leading, followed by Bear, Mang, hazard level 4, already up to the 4th spot. He started 12th. I'm sorry, 13th out of this field. Aerolite, Lobin, again. My gosh, dude, these two are like magnets. It's ridiculous. Volvic up to the 6th spot. Racer 8th, Sketty 9th, Z 10th, Trucker, User, Cheese. Jackson just needs to run his own race here and not be too concerned. He knows that some of these guys are going to come to him. He just needs to run clean laps, and that will help him throughout the race maintain some position. Because those guys behind him are going to battle. And even though those guys can run 40-minute laps, they're not going to be able to do it right now. And those are the things you need to think about. Just run clean lines, run your own race. They'll get there when they get there. But till now, we have a battle for second. It is Bear. Bear looking to take over the second spot over Jackson. And looks like he's going to... He's got some decent overlap there now. Coming up to 12. Will he make it? He is clear. He should have the position. Hazard has already taken the lead. We are technically lap 2. In all reality, only the first racing lap of this race. And Hazard has gone from the back to the front. Absolutely ridiculous. With a 2.2 second lead already. I personally will be watching this race in replay because I want to see how he did it, because that's amazing. Which reminds me, I have to save these replays. I need a sticky for that. Alright, anyways. Let's not get too sidetracked here. Plenty of battles back in the field. Lots of them. Lots of them. Here's Vovik in the third position. Trailing Bear. Ooh, Bear goes wide. In the barrier, Vovik goes on by for P2. Bear is off the pace there. Hope he's... It looks like he's up to speed now. Didn't hinder anybody's pace, I don't think. That's good. But behind him we have Arrow. And he more than likely has pace. And then it's Sketty and then Tom Mang, followed by Z in the 7th spot. I don't know what that was. There's a ton of action on track right now. Here's Arrow. I believe this is Arrow on... It's Arrow on Vovik. Vovik in the 6th spot. How did that happen? He must have had an off... Must have had some type of incident, because he was P2 just 15-20 seconds ago. Here's a cluster. Volvic, Arrow, Jackson. Let me get my P-Cars dash running here. Volvic up to third, Mang in fourth, followed by Z, Sketty, and Arrow. Oh, Volvic to fifth. Wow, there's a lot of shuffling going on this race. Oh, who is that? It is Z. He's had more troubles tonight. Man, it's a rough night for the boss. That's a bummer. That's going to put him back to about the 10th spot, it looks like. I didn't see exactly what happened there, but a lot of traffic, not a lot of light. User in 11th, running his own race. I've raced with User plenty. He's just gonna do his thing. Worry about competition a little bit later. Some of these boys are beating themselves up. Beating themselves. That's a nice line. Nice legal line. Almost getting as much as you possibly can without exceeding the limitations. But toward the middle of the pack. Z is back up and running again. In the 10th position, 2.9 behind Lobin, whom I've not spoke of yet in this race. Let's follow along for a minute and see if he can make up some time, because there's a lot of traffic up there. And those boys aren't going to be putting down too many hot laps. Oh, there's a little bit of an off. Down to 2.3 seconds, 2.2 seconds, 2.1 seconds. Ran a nice line through that complex right there and caught right up to this little pack. First on the list will be SW Jackson for the 9th spot. See how quickly he can make it happen here. Coming into, I want to say this is 6. Wants to get a good run through here. Definitely has the run. That should not be a problem whatsoever. Lobin Mike up the road, 1.6. Just ahead. Tail lights just glowing bright, and they're about to get brighter. There they are. Under braking. Ton of time gained right there. Little wide on that A little pushy there in the middle of that corner. Nonetheless, made up about a second of time there in that stretch. Got a nice run here. Gonna take the inside. I think Logan's just gonna let him by. Okay, nice and smooth. Everybody's tires should be up to full race temperature at this point. That's the thing about these reverse gear races. You know, even on the start, these tires will start pretty warm, not quite up to race temperature, but still pretty warm. But when you do a lap or even a half a lap along a big track like this, only doing 60 miles an hour, they're going to cool considerably, and you're not going to have all the grip in those first half a dozen corners or so. It's going to take a little bit of time. So, big difference in your first lap performance for this race. Not to mention, they changed the time a little bit so that it started in the dark, and we should get more daylight in the middle of the race. We got 27 to go, so we're about a third of the way through this thing. Racers next up on the list for Z. 2.4 seconds up the road. Let's see what he's doing. Look at this gaggle. Sketty, Arrow, and Bear all for about the third spot. Look at this. Sketty's in. He's going to beat these guys in the pits. I know what he's trying to do. He's saying, you know what? I'm faster than you, but you're not going to slow me down with this crap. I'm going to pit now, and I'm going to beat you in the cycle. I've played that game before. And if those guys battle this whole race, or for the next lap or so, he will win. At least that battle. So, Arrow got past Bear. Oh, and a big off. Oh. That was not... I don't know how much control he had of that, but that would need reviewed. 255 remaining. The bad boy book. So, back to the action. Old Bear on Arrow Light for third. Looks like the sun is starting to come up. Oh yeah. That's out of bounds. You know, that's actually a very crucial spot for out of bounds, and it's probably, it seems to be the most typical spot for somebody to fall off 4 tires off there. You're pushing that car as hard as you can, come into that hairpin, which almost isn't a hairpin. It's tight, but it's not like a 180 or anything. But the car really wants to wash off to the right, and it's so easy to put 4 off. But once you get out there, it lines you up for a much wider entry to 20, and then an earlier exit. So I know the game does not penalize those guys, even though they're running with penalties on for the moment. It is definitely advantageous to be wider there at the entry, especially when you're trying to chase somebody down, because the next straight is pretty significant. So if you can get on the gas, you know, 10 feet earlier there, 5 feet earlier there, it's going to matter. It's going to add up. So Bear's being run down here by Tom Mang, it looks like. He definitely, yeah, he got 2 seconds on him the last lap of 2:14 to Bear's 2:16. So he's going to be in a pickle here very shortly. Oh, Tom is in. Looks like Tom has had a little bit of contact. Bobik's in. Tom Mang's in. Loeb and Mike is in the pit. He's run a 4:15.8 this race. Jackson out there running in the 6th position. Good to see Jackson running some consistent laps and just keeping all 4 wheels down, you know. Not the fastest guy in the league, but learning and becoming a better racer every season. But at the moment, User is right up on him, and he's ready to go. He's ready to go. That's 4 off. And he knows it. Back in the field, we have Racer and Loban again. Look at this battle. These two going at it tonight. I like it. Let's see what he can do with them. 5-second gap. And gaining. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, no, that's correct. Ooh, he lost some momentum there because he's going to lose a whole second just in this straight. That is not nearly as close to battle as I thought it was going to be. But still a lot of racing left. 20 minutes. Well, I can tell you what move he probably won't try when he does catch up to him, if he does catch up to him. I think it was about the Porsche curbs, maybe 31 or so, where he came in a little too hot trying to make time. Didn't quite work out for him there. But, you know, last lap. I'm going to try and make something happen. And it always defaults to... hopefully the spectator controls become a little more consistent in Project Cars 2. It's a little hard to navigate sometimes. See, why can I? Okay, so there's that. Looks like User has gotten past Jackson for the 6th spot. Next up on the list is Vovik in the 5th position. So User's showing a red lap, and that's probably because of the off, which I think he probably lifted for, because he really lost time to Jackson after that turn that I called. Racer and Sketty also showing red laps. So I wonder if they had penalties somewhere. Could have got game penalized too, you know. Oh! That's right in the final sequence. Little too late on the brakes, just locked up the rears and took them around. That's a bummer. Bumper cam for User? Sure, Keith, I can do that for you. Apologies for not seeing that message sooner. I don't know how long it's been up there. So who's User on Arrow? Arrow ran a 4:13 last lap. Fast lap's a 4:10.6 to User's fast 4:10.4. Here's a run. Coming into 12. Not quite enough. Backs off early. We get him on exit. Oh, he just got... Arrow didn't keep up enough speed. He closed on him too much in the middle of that corner. Could not stay... Couldn't get back in the throttle as early as he wanted to. But, looks like he's still going to get a run here. Catching a toe. He's got the right... He's in the right lane to take this position. So that's User for the 5th spot. Running order, of course, we have Hazard still out front, which he has been since basically lap 2. Old Bear in 2nd. Z running 3rd. Nice little comeback for him considering he had a little spin earlier in the race. Vovik in 4th. User, as we're looking at now, in 5th spot, followed by Arrow, Mang, and Racer. Jackson holding down 9th with Lobin and McTrucker and Sketty rounding out the back of the field with Cheese, I think has possibly retired or sitting in the pits, possibly, I'm not really sure. Looks like 2 cars in the pits and I'm one of them, so I'm guessing that's Cheese. Arrow's holding on. User's not pulling away too quickly on him. Wait for that mistake. And we've seen user make a small one just a couple laps ago, heading into the final sequence. Man, that car looks great coming through those turns at speed. Well, maybe not that particular car, but you know what I mean. So Z is short of 6.5. Has he pit? I bet he has. Yes. So we have Z in the pits, Bear in the pits, Arrow up to 4th now through that pit sequence change. Old Bear back to 5th. Tom Meng in 6th. Z rolling out of the pits now in the 7th position. And he might hold on to that. Yeah, he's going to hold on to that. Coming into 2. With Racer behind him. Let's see what this battle is going to shake out to be like. A little wide for Z on that exit. I heard something, but I don't know what it was. Yeah, a little wide in the center there for Racer. Looks like Z is pulling away a little bit. Yep, he's now 3.2 up the road. Bear a little bit all over the place. Chasing Arrow again. Oh. That's the exit of 19 again. And Indianapolis, ooh, a little wide there for Tom Mang. Less than a 2-second gap there. And it looks like Tom's running a pretty good lap. 9/10 up on his best. Losing a little bit of time here through the fast stuff though. To Bear. It all kind of evens out in the end there. Arrow and user for the third spot, coming down the back stretch. See if we can close this up at all. Damn freaking ooh. Arrow right there, just a few tenths behind him. God bless this stupid game. Old Bear, out of bounds warning, exit, turn 19. So, Aerolite in a significantly better position this race than first. Finished last race 7th position, currently sitting 4th, and certainly not content with it. Definitely has the pace to keep up with user. Just a matter of figuring out where he's going to make the move. And running pretty good lap times. Both of them are. I mean, they're within a few tenths their fastest lap. Last lap, 2/10 difference. So that's a battle. It's probably the best battle on the track, actually. Definitely, actually. Hazard just ran a 3:58.3. I forget what pole was, but it was pretty close to that. Maybe even a lower 3:58 was the original pole. But he's just putting them down and checking out from last on the field. Volvic still holding down second. User and Arrow here battling for this final podium spot. Dang near the whole race, really. Really good battle. These guys are really on point. They're all the focus is on. They're both running clean lines. Their cars never really looking out of shape. Here, these last few laps. Arrow's gonna get a tow here, coming down the straight. See if he can keep that gap. Very nice. Looks like a battle heating up for 5th, a little bit behind these guys. Z's chasing down Meng, or trying to. Z just ran a 4:03.7. Pretty nice lap. It's actually looks like the 3rd fastest lap last time around amongst all drivers. Sketty has run a 3:57.866. That is purple on the night. Unfortunately, he did it in the 9th position. This battle's heating up. Z and Tom Meng. Unfortunately, it did miss that Arrow did get by User for the 3rd spot. Ran a 4:05.1 last time by to User's 4:05.5. Z looked like he's taking a look there. Just gonna follow through. 2-3. Be it. This might be his chance. Will he close the door? Does he have enough room? Yes. And just up the road here, as Arrow got by User a couple laps ago, he has stretched out his positional lead by about 3.5 seconds. User coming through Indianapolis there. And into turn 25. Car looks a little ragged, but he's still putting down pretty decent lap times. Somehow the wing still looks level. Imagine that. And we're showing 500 seconds to race complete. Look at this. he damn near caught him again. I don't know what happened there. That was kind of interesting. So, that would be it for these two. A little bit back in the field. Is there anybody who has not finished yet? Looks like Jackson's still running, and then Lobin should be on his last lap. Trucker, I think, is still be on his last lap. And that would be it. So, provided no incidents from those three, your finishing order for race 2, Hazard level 4, with his second win on the night, basically dominated. I hear this is a track that he considers his home track, so no surprise. Did not get fast lap though. That award goes to Sketty by darn near, oh yeah, a good half a second with his 3:57.8. So Hazard, Vovic, Aerolite, very hard fought third place. Congratulations to him for that podium. User in 4th, Tom Mang 5th, Old Bear, Z in 7th, Racer, Sketty, Jackson, Lobin, Trucker, and Cheese rounds out the field for race number 2. And switch over to these boys. Audio. Ooh. Test what? It's not in this game.
I messed up on that last turn and I was
Alright, everybody. That is it for Project International Touring Series for tonight. That was the final race of this season. These boys are going to do an all-star race next Wednesday, which is basically just a non-points event that they run for fun. And then the following Wednesday after that will be race number 1 of, I want to say it will be season 6. Their seasons are 5 races long, or 5 weeks long, I should say. 5 events with 1 drop. Same format as tonight, 2 45-minute races. Second one's reverse grid. And we're going to continue to try and do this live streaming every week. Because it's fun. It's entertaining. And I don't have to put 0 prep into it, because I don't have time to race right now. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope to see more guys watching in the coming weeks. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.